iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. To show the love.
See, we were in Texas. Hey, Damaris.
Hey, Damaris. Damaris is what I get in the South.
No, that'll be
Demur.
That'll be Georgia.
Demur.
Damaris. Hey, Damaris.
I get
That'll
Demur.
be Georgia.
I get Damaris.
That'll be Georgia.
Yeah. And then
Texas like, hey, Damaris.
Yes.
How you doing, Damaris?
Yes, it is.
Then New
That's
Orleans.
how the interview starts.
Then you be in New Orleans. Baby.
Sugar?
Y'all ready? No, that's not New Orleans.
That's not New Orleans.
No, New Orleans. Baby, how you doing now? You go one state over, they hit you with Mississippi. Sugar? Y'all ready? All right, here we go. All right, so only you,
Me.
when we open the door, and I'm in here. Okay, so soon we open the door, you doing your thing. That probably was the appropriate way, considering when we first met, it was on the dance floor.
Yes.
At the Alvin Ailey
We did.
Event in New York.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And you had on a purple suit. And it was me, you, Anthony Anderson.
Yes.
All night. Dance floor.
All night.
Yes.
All night. So that was the appropriate entrance of you coming in. Me in here listening to James Brown.
Yes.
And so you said you were knocking on the door.
I knocked about 12 times, but know thy friends. So I didn't get mad because I knew that behind door number 1 there would be a man in a suit, very low to the ground. And so I knocked and I waited. Knocked again. Actually, I rang the bell. And I was like,
yeah, we
it's not
ain't
gonna
hear,
work. It's not gonna work. It's not
didn't
gonna
hear
work.
the bell.
Then I was like, it's a portable speaker, which means it's gonna be near him, which means he's really not gonna hear it. And it was. And then I knocked and I waited patiently. And then I knocked again and then I waited patiently. But I didn't want to do the hard, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to freak him out.
And then what happened was I was like, yo, see if the man, door opens.
Yep.
And then.
And then we danced because.
Oh yeah, you went right.
That's what you got to do.
I ain't mad at you.
You got to get down.
Right, and then you went low, and I went low.
That's what we do.
And see, the problem, what some people don't understand is, some people go low and they pause because they can't come right back up.
No. It's a continuous.
So it's that bounce. It's that,
It's a continuous. It's a
Right.
continuous motion. We understand.
I just try to tell these folk that they think.
You can't tell them. You got to show them.
Right, and so here's the funniest thing. So, because we met, so I first saw you.
Okay.
At Essence when you were on stage with
Oh,
Prince.
wow.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why I first saw you.
Okay.
In terms of when you were dancing.
Yes.
And I don't know, did you go to the House of Blues after?
Mm-hmm. I was on stage.
Okay, you understand, but we didn't meet.
No.
Because I was there.
Yeah.
And so when I came by, so Van Jones was around, the band's like, we're gonna take a seat. They cleared out VIP. And so Google Mbatha Raw was sitting there. And then, so I
didn't go on stage that night. Luke James was performing. We were upstairs, with Gugu.
So she's sitting there, Prince comes in. I'm sitting right next to her, and he's like, you know, I saw you dancing that down. And I was like, and he turns to Google. He's like, he can dance. Because we had a party at his house 3 years earlier. Sean Robinson calls me. So we had gone to this Diddy party. It couldn't even get in. It was crazy. Folks just pushing on the gate, couldn't get in. I was like, okay, we leaving. And so she got it was traffic. She got an attitude, whatever. She was like, I'm hungry. Okay, fine. We go to McDonald's. So fine. She's like, look, I want to get something to eat. I'm ready to go. And I was like, okay, fine. So Sean texted me. She's like, yeah, you want to come to a party? I was like, she's like, party at Prince's house. I was like, hell yeah. And so my wife's like, look, I'm hungry. We'll see. I was like, fuck that. We going to this damn party. Let's just be real clear. I was like, yeah, okay. Man, food here. I wasn't even GPS address. We going to the party.
But the address is blank.
No,
It's invisible because it's P.
Right, and I was like, I wasn't even. You just eat your food. We going to the party. We pull up. What? I'm like, we getting out. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we go in, and it was like house. I'm like, when the hell we get to the door? It was like deep walk back. So go in, look to the left. Like this big old open room. So I hear the music to the right. So we walk to the right. So that was this like dance studio, okay, glass walls, and so then you had this lit floor. I see Sean hugging everything. So I'm black. You don't go in black people's house and you don't speak to the person whose house it is. That's just not how we roll, okay? It's like my nieces and nephews, they can't walk into any house that I'm in and then just go to a room and play games. No. You got to come greet, hug, I don't care how old you are.
Yes.
Because my grandmother was like that.
Yes.
You didn't walk into the house and not speak.
Gratitude.
So I was like, all right, you know, Sean went, she's like, I don't know where he at. So we looking. He over there playing drums to the DJ.
Yes.
Okay. So I was like, okay, so fine. DJ jamming. I was like, well, look, I'll speak to him later. I'm like, look, let's go dance. Because you know, there's music, I'm a dance.
That's what we
So I'm
do.
grooving and stuff. And so walks on the speakers like, you're welcome in my house anytime.
That's the thing about Prince. If you there's words, and then there's words with the body. And if you knew how to speak the body language, you were always welcome in his space. If you could dance, then we could go.
And this is exactly how it went down. He walked me. I was like, appreciate it. I'll go back to dancing. I was like, look, we in the pocket.
That's all I did.
Right. I'm like, hey, okay, I'm gonna holler at you later.
That's it.
But the beat is going, like I'm in the middle of it. And so the funniest part, so later, so Liv was singing, Shelby J was singing. And so she was singing Misty Blue. He goes get this cape. He pushed me, go on up there. I'm like, man, they sing. I ain't going up there. But so we can't talk about it. Obviously, he had signs everywhere, no texting or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, I think the only tweet I sent out was like, I can't tell y'all where I'm at. But if y'all knew where I was at, y'all would be jealous. I didn't say anything. So like 6 months later, Sinbad tweets, yo, Roland, you left some skid marks on Prince's dance floor at the crib. I was like, well, I guess we can now talk about it. And so he's like, man, he was like, you came to the house and were just dancing. I was like, look, bro, I said, it don't matter who house I go to.
You gonna move.
Because my philosophy has always been the same. If I go home and this suit's dry, I'm pissed.
There's a problem.
But if I go home and this bad boy is drenched and I got
Different
to
color.
peel it off, I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
It was a good party.
So is that how you are as well when it's like, because, you know, I don't get this thing now at clubs where they go to the club, they get drinks, they stand around, talk, and watch the DJ.
You know, so here's the thing that I've been kind of thinking about a lot lately. With the age of social media, which has its pros and cons, I feel like we're learning how to listen with our eyes. Right. You get a text message from someone, you have to interpret how it sounds.
Right.
And so how is that also not going to affect how we move? So many times you watch these videos of people dancing, but then you don't return the favor because you're trying to dance with your eyes, right? So you enjoy it, the dopamine hit comes, but your body is not prompted to move. So you get to a club per se, and you got your phone in your hand, and you're recording something, right? Your eyes are the ones in focus right now. It's not your body, right? So when we go to Prince parties or go to parties and we don't have our phone in our hand, we're free.
Right.
Your senses are free to do
It's the moment.
what they do. You're present, right?
Right.
And so I think that the issue that has arisen is that we're not being very present when it comes to the
Right.
party. But when the music is there, right? The music is present. If you're present, it's the most magical combination.
This is my crazy ass. I can dance with the phone. So we gonna it's the video is gonna be a moving video. It's just gonna be a moving video.
Yes.
Love our new Alexa.
It's a Buick.
Yeah, Alexa.
Buick.
Alexa.
It's a Buick.
It's an Alexa. It's a Buick. It's an Alexa. Coach, that's a Buick. That's an Alexa.
The Buick Enclave with available Alexa built-in.
Into the bins over the window seats. These are the only bins that will accommodate larger rollerboards.
They put 10 in here?
10, and you don't come out till you die. And you eat him, he hoops in.
Oh my God.
So what?
Because I mean, I just think about how I grew up. My family, we would have. So you grew up in New York.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
I grew up in Houston.
Okay.
Large family.
Humongous family. My family's from St. Kitts in
Right.
the Caribbean.
So how many aunts and uncles you had?
Ooh, in total, on my mom and my dad's side, I have 18, 20, somewhere. My mom's mom had 8 kids. My mom's dad had 10 kids that we know of. We're finding more day by day. My dad's mom, I believe, had 11, and his dad might have had 1. So that is the number that I know of.
So I had 8 and 8.
Okay.
So my mom, and we really spent more time on my mom's side.
Copy.
Because we lived 8 blocks from my grandparents.
Okay.
My maternal grandparents. And they had, those 8 kids had 42.
Yeah, so I've got about 60 cousins.
And then those 42 had, if I'm correct, 82
So you just grew up with National
or
Geographic.
90.
National Geographic.
Oh yeah, and in
full
fact, and because the Catholic Church we grew up in, it was found in my grandparents' living room.
Okay.
So every Sunday was
A party.
minimum 30 people.
Yeah.
Like minimum.
Yeah.
40, 50. I literally I've never spent the night growing up at a non-family member's house.
Wow.
No, I just, there was no room for friends.
Wow.
I mean, when you got, it was 5 of us, when you got 37
That's beautiful.
cousins,
Right.
you ain't got no room for friends.
But I think that's also the thing too, right? Like the common denominator there is energy.
Yeah.
You're constantly surrounded around energy. So back
Constantly.
to your concept of, your comment about dancing. We're all alone these days, so much
Yeah.
so. And so you're trying to get human energy from a device, and it's just not the same. Right?
And when I say we hang, it was, this happened all the time. So it could be a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And we at the crib, it's 6:30.
Yeah.
It's 7:30.
Yeah.
And a relative drop over. Mm-hmm. Then the phone will ring and be like, yo, what y'all doing? Who's there? Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop by.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, somebody else will call.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Tuesday or Wednesday night, school night, it's 30, 40 people at the house.
Yeah.
So now my dad's in the kitchen. Now music is playing. Now food has been cooked. And all of a sudden, it has gone from it's a get together.
Yep.
So that's why when I come to LA, I started doing I call them dinner parties, but they really get-togethers.
Okay.
Ain't no advance notice.
No.
I literally drop and I go, yo, I'm here. We gonna hook up at so-and-so's house.
I'm here.
Right. I mean, because I don't even, like a couple of people I've hit, they're like, the publicist hit back. I'm like, see, this is why I don't talk to y'all. Because it's not organic, and that's the thing for me. So I grew up where it was organic.
Yeah.
And it was just, it just went from a call to a get-together to a part, and now it's 1 a.m. We gotta go to school the next day, but it's all family.
Yeah.
And I think COVID. I think what COVID did was, I think COVID taught a lot of people the value of those get-togethers. Yes. And people really realized how often they said no to going to stuff.
Yes.
And then was like, you know what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
First of all, life is not guaranteed. Why was I saying no?
Right.
Why was I passing up those moments, those opportunities, just to call some people together and say, yo, come by the crib. We're going to break out some food. It's not formal. No, you don't need an invitation. That's like I said when I come here. It's just all text message.
Well, that's I mean, I think, it's perfectionism in a nutshell, right? We want to make sure that we're not going to be disappointed before we even go, so we don't go. So you, on the other hand, are like, I know I'm going to make this party a party.
Oh, straight up. I ain't even worried about it.
Who's there? I'm not worried about it. So if you're not worried about disappointment, you can always have a good time.
I ain't even worried about what we going to eat.
What you going to wear.
Because when I say, look, my grandmother had a catering business.
Okay.
So I started catering when I was 7.
Okay.
I stopped when I was 30.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many houses we went to. And it was like, all right.
Yep.
And because I can cook.
Yep.
Matter of fact, my frat brother of mine got married. We go to their house. His other brother was supposed to barbecue. Okay. We get there, ain't shit ready.
That's a problem.
So me and my brother was like, and it's about 50, 60 people in the house, and again, that's nothing for us.
Okay.
We were like, all right, we got all this chicken. We gonna do a gumbo. We'll be back. We go to the grocery store. We get the stuff. It's hilarious. They are sitting here opening wedding gifts. Like, we in the kitchen, they were like, man, they ain't got this, they ain't got that. I'm walking in, pass me that item right there. Like, they literally opening wedding gifts. And we walking in, pass me that.
Yeah.
Because we in here straight up did a gumbo. Because like, man, y'all taking too long.
Yep.
So just taking over the kitchen. I used to we had Black Journalists Convention. I always brought, remember you had the cases of CDs?
Yes.
I always rolled with 3 of those, 100. So we always had 300 CDs.
What color marker did you use to name the
CDs? No. What do you mean name it? What do you mean? No, these were the actual artists. I bought music. No, this wasn't like I was ripping.
Oh, these are your CDs.
No, this was my CDs.
You didn't make these CDs.
No, I didn't make the CDs.
I copy.
So it was so we
I'm
were
from Brooklyn. Okay.
No.
Get it how you live.
Right. No. I bought music. In fact, people hit me up one. So apparently Prince tweeted something, and I said, "Oh no, I don't do streaming. I buy music. If I want to hear that artist, I don't want to hear who sounds like."
I'm the same.
And he responded, and people hit me up, Roland, Prince tweeted you back.
Yeah, he was great on Twitter.
And I was like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, no. He tweeted you back. I was like, because I wasn't even checking. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. But that was my thing. I just, so I would roll to the convention with I always had the music. So people, every time something had, they like, yeah, we need to get, I was like, pfft.
Okay, what's the last
I got
song?
music.
What's the last song you played?
Oh, it was the James Brown song we just listened to.
What song was it?
What song was it? Which one of the JB songs was it? I don't know, it was one of them.
I played a song called After Ventus by Enya.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
No.
That's the last song I played.
I'm wrong. The last song played before we started was Maxwell's Ascension.
It was.
And it was
Shout out to Max.
It was the remix of the Janet Jackson beat.
Yes.
Which I did not know. Now, first of all, I'm a huge Maxwell fan.
Yes.
Did not know it existed until Maxwell did an interview with D-Nice. Jimmy Jam came on the IG Live.
Shout out to D-Nice.
And D-Nice was telling when Jimmy Jam turned him on to that remix.
Okay.
I send Jimmy Jam a text. What remix are you talking about? Jimmy Jam sends me the Apple Music link to the remix. It was immediately downloaded.
It's a vibe.
And I've been banging it ever since.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the whole. And the crazy thing is, it's 6 versions of the same song.
Yeah.
I played somebody like, you on repeat? I'm like, no, same thing. I said, but it's just gonna play. It's gonna play. Because I am a crazy music fan. Were you like that growing up?
Absolutely. Well, I've been dancing since I was 7.
Right.
So growing
Well,
up.
officially. Because you probably were dancing at 1,
I
2.
was.
Like,
But I started, when I was 7, I started West African dance and I started ballet. And then by the time I was 12, I was a part of Dance Africa, which is a festival that happens every year at BAM in Brooklyn Academy of Music. So I got really fortunate to have the classical music that was in ballet, but the drums are what I grew up on. So I grew up literally I grew up on the drums. That was my life, the djembe, the dundun. Depending on which country we were studying or who came, that was every day for me. Every Saturday, we were in class in Bed-Stuy at Restoration. And so a lot of my life has been built on drums. Just pure 2 hands on a drum. So I wasn't allowed to listen to all the music that I loved to listen to growing up, so I actually had to hear most of the R&B that I loved at the Boys and Girls Club. So I'd go to the Boys and Girls Club.
The parents like, no, you ain't listen to that?
In the house, no.
Oh, so you...
So I go to the Boys and Girls Club.
You on the side.
She likes it my way. So I would get my fill of that, and my Jagged Edge, and everything at the Boys and Girls Club. But then I go home, and at home would be like Kenny G and Enya.
Oh, my Lord.
Like, it's a real eclectic,
Woo!
it's a real eclectic situation.
And I like
here.
Enya, but I'm not trying to meditate all day.
See, okay, so here's the thing with me. Okay, so you're gonna learn this very quickly. Wellness is my thing. Nature is my,
I feel you.
Everything I do is nature-based. So my music, like 90% of the music I listen to these days is new age music.
Okay. See, I can't, see.
Like a strong 90%.
Wow. See, I am, I'm a little different in that you have no idea what mood I'm in. Like when we were in the car one day, and I think I probably played 7 different genres.
Yeah.
And Jack was like, okay, what is going on in your head? I'm like, look, I don't. So I'll do that, but then other times I'll go through this thing where I will listen to the same song 125 times in a row.
I'm the same.
And but I hate it when my dad did it.
Okay.
My dad would buy when Sexual Healing came out. Okay. Oh my God, me and my sister were washing dishes, and we were like, if he played that song one more damn time, like if he played that song, we're gonna break that damn record. It was like, it was on forever. So you talk about records, it was like, it was like, I'm sick. And so now I'll do that, and I went 3 months and I only listened to Frankie Beverly Maze live in Los Angeles. Okay. That's it. Okay. And it was just crazy. So it's just weird. And so I'll drop the gospel, R&B, soca, Caribbean. I'll go. Yeah. I'll go salsa.
So for me, it depends. Like, right. So mambos, I do mambo, I do samba. I'm West Indian, so the soca is running through my blood. So though I do mainly, if I'm going to listen to music, it is new age. But for the most part, every single day there is. So if I work out, I'm either working out to soca. I'm working out to Janet. That kind of switches up depending on what the workout calls for. But when it comes to, I don't know, I love discovering old music. Oh, but like music I've never heard of before.
So have you ever gone down a rabbit hole like?
Almost every day.
No, I'm talking about like it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and like you hear a song and all of a sudden. So I have this thing called. And again, I make it clear, I ain't no DJ. Okay. I just love music. Okay. I have this thing called Club Brown Liquor. So
I'm relaxed for this one. No.
Yeah. So Club Brown Liquor.
Okay.
Now I don't drink. I've never drank. but it's brown liquor music. Brown liquor music is hole in the wall, Southern blues,
Okay.
Southern R&B.
So I guess I should start brown rum music for the soca that I listen to.
Okay.
That's gonna be our club.
Okay.
We're coming for you, D-Nice.
So, and a lot of times D-Nice will hop on, he'd be like, rolling. So I would go, as they say, I will go deep into the crates.
Okay.
And same thing. And because Southern blues, Southern R&B, that's a different thing because it's fusing Zydeco, second line, R&B. It's just different. And it's so I'm sitting here. So one night I'm Googling something, and I come across the top 100 Southern R&B songs, and I'm like, yo. Now, so I got some, and I'm like, yo. I'm sitting here. I was there for 4 hours. For 4 hours. I got up at 5:30.
One of my obsessions is actually finding the key that the song that I love is in, and finding other songs in that same key. So when I go into rabbit holes, I go into rabbit holes based on what I'm feeling and what key I need. And I will literally just go for hours figuring out if it's an F, if it's an F sharp, if it's a B major, and I would literally just sit in B major land for forever.
How about sushi?
I just had sushi for lunch yesterday.
How about tacos?
Automatic emergency braking, one of 6 advanced safety features standard on every 2022 Chevy Equinox. Find new technology. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Pull up a chair. Take your seat. The Black Tape. With me, Dr. Greg Carr, here on the Black Star Network. Every week, we'll take a deeper dive into the world we're living in. Join the conversation only on the Black Star Network.
There was a video on Instagram. This sister, she was whining.
Okay.
And no, she wasn't complaining.
She was whining.
She was whining.
She was whining. She wees.
She was whining.
She wees.
She wees?
She waste.
Oh, she waste.
She was whining. She waste.
She whining. She waste.
Thank you.
See, I just cut it off. She was whining. So I just, she was whining.
She was whining. She waste.
She was killing it.
Walking. She was walking up. She waste. That's what we say. We say
really?
walking. We say walk in. Say with me. Say walk in.
Walk in?
We walk in.
We walk in.
We walk in.
Walk in.
Yes, we walking up she waist.
She was killing it.
There we go.
Like, killing it. Now, people in this country, because I want you to talk about this here.
Okay,
but,
please.
And she was killing it.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, she's killing it. But what is this song?
Okay.
Dude, you ain't really asking about the song. You just wanted to post this woman being sexual. I said, no.
You really wanted to know
No.
this
You don't understand. You don't understand. Now, she was killing it, but I was like, yo, what is this song? I Shazammed it. I pulled the Amazon thing up. I was trying to listen. When I say I go old school, I will listen to the lyrics and then type in the 4 or 5 words and lyrics to find. Could not find it. And these people kind of like, oh yeah, frat. I said, no, y'all don't understand.
What song was it?
It was a Kevin Little song. And I was like,
turning me on.
Y'all think I'm tripping? I want to know the name of this song. I literally put that, I went on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I was like, okay, I said, you know what? The hell with y'all. I need all the soca people. Let me know what the hell the name of this song. About 30 minutes later, somebody was like, yo, that's Kevin Little. This could not Shazam it.
Okay, maybe not.
Found it, was jamming it. And I was like, oh, she getting it. She fine.
Right.
But what's the name of this song? I said, I need no name of this song. And he thought I was, and I'm like, they don't understand. Like, that'll happen. If I hear a song, I will, matter of fact, when I was in St. Kitts, yes. Randall Robinson he brought a bunch of friends together. It was New Year's.
Okay.
And so we were going on this yacht ride.
Yeah.
And we're walking, and someone it was a song. It might have been an Adele song. I don't know what it was. And I was like, I froze. I was like, that's a nice beat. I was like, hold up, I'll be with y'all in a second. And I literally, and what happened was, so my phone wasn't working properly, so I could not Shazam. I recorded I pull up my audio app. Stood there for a minute, and then I was sitting here going, okay, make out the lyrics and everything. Stopped. I was like, okay, when I get back to the hotel, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm gonna sit in Shazam. And I went through all. They were like, "Are you serious?" I do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when the rhythm is hit.
Right. When a song. This is what I said. I call it. I call it. Oh shit, music.
Ooh.
When that song come on and it hit. That's the face. You like, oh, shh. You start stomping your feet, you throw your hand. Every song don't do that.
No.
So, what's a couple, oh, shit songs? Like when it hit and you just, woo,
no.
you start getting loud. Woo, you like, come on. So you start.
It's gonna be good. See if I can stump you a little bit.
All right.
Start off with a Prince song, Lady Cab Driver.
Okay.
When that hits, I'm moving.
I've been stuck on Willing and Able for the last couple of weeks. Because 3rd anniversary of Diamonds and Pearls. I've been on, because it's also like a gospel song.
All his songs. But Lady Cab Driver does that to me. You know, Sexual Healing actually does that to me. I know you're over it by now.
No, I'm not over it.
You're back.
I'm back. But it was like.
It does that to me.
Right? When it hit, when you hear that first, boom.
I gotta throw a friend in here. Luke James, I Want You, classic. I think it's his first single. When that hits, I go crazy.
Champagne, How About Us?
Ooh. See the face.
Yeah. I saw the face. That song hit.
Hold on. This is. You're Not My Girl. New edition.
Okay. Lady Marmalade.
Okay.
That's an all shit song.
Okay. That is an all shit song.
Those first chords.
Juan Luis Guerra has a song called Bachata Rosa.
Okay, all right.
That song gets me. I do bachata.
Otis Clay. Precious, Precious.
Okay.
It's a 13-minute song, and the keyboard, Charles Rogers, has a 6.5-minute solo that would make Billy Preston say, "Oh shit!"
Play that funky music. Always gets me.
Okay.
Just the first hit it.
SOS band, take your time.
Woo!
Especially the last 2.5 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey,
let's do it right.
Ha!
Come on, baby.
Hey.
Let's do it.
Hey.
If it takes all night.
Ah.
It just.
Okay.
Frankie Beverly Mays, Feel the Feeling.
Shaka Khan. Why is it leaving?
I Feel For You. I'm Every Woman.
I live you. I love you. Is that the name of the song? I love you. I live you. I love you still? No?
I Feel For You.
No.
Okay.
I live you. I love.
Okay, we're going to find out.
Oh man. Yes. That's a oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a
Easy. Love and Happiness.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
By Al Green.
Okay. This is there's so many new age songs that I'm trying to skip over because you're really not gonna know.
No, go ahead. Cause when I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna listen to them.
There's a song called Spirit by a friend named Peter Cater.
Okay.
That song will do it.
For You to Love, Luther Vandross.
See?
Cause you know what it is? It's the snap. I did a musical breakdown on IG one night.
Okay.
I played it, and Lisa Fisher, who adores me, she came on. And so she was commenting on the IG Live about the song and how it was created. And how then, so here I am breaking it down, like, oh, y'all listen to this part, listen to this part, listen to this right here, listen to this. And she was like, he's not lying. And it was just, and I said, what makes that song? So I was just breaking the whole song down. And it was, oh, that song there.
There's a
It's the middle of the night.
Prince song called Moonbeam Levels that got released a couple years ago.
Say it again?
Moonbeam Levels.
I do have it. Now,
That's it.
I'll tell you one that'll get it.
Okay.
And when I heard it, I was like,
there's a lead up.
yo,
Okay.
that song there. And because of what he's describing.
The eyes are closed, by the way. This is also a caliber of, oh shit.
Ooh, it's about that walk. Ass like a 5-cut diamond, mounted on 2 legs of stone. Damn! When I heard,
It's supposed to be oh shit.
when
It's
I
supposed to be damn.
no, that made that when I no, damn is me visualizing her.
Copy,
it's
copy,
an
copy,
shit
copy,
song,
copy,
but it's
copy.
visualized because I've seen. I'm like, she should be walking to. It's about that walk.
Okay.
No, it's that song.
Okay.
And the crazy thing, that was one of the songs that they released that was from the vault that he never wanted to release.
I know.
And I was like, I said, when George Lopez said, he said, man, I hate that you never got a chance. He said, I wish Prince knew about your crazy love of music. He said, I would have loved to see the two of y'all talk about that. And what's crazy, Van Jones said, he said, oh, you would have swore y'all were tight. He said, man, he talked about you all the time.
Hey,
I said, dude, no. I said, I passed only cross twice.
Yeah. Van's my godfather, by the way.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. So I want to hit you with a good one.
Yeah, give me a good one.
For some reason, Make It Last Forever.
Oh, hell yeah.
That.
No, but the one on that album, that is a shit song.
Is?
It's a right and a wrong with it. Cause it's the beat. That was the first. Okay, maybe not been the first, but that was like the first of that era that had this deep, hard bass line to a slow jam.
Okay.
When that sucker just dropped,
Hit you.
People, oh shit, the OG, Keith Sweat.
Brick House.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Brick House. I call
That'll
myself
do
a
it.
Brick House. Brick House will do it.
Out of all the eras, I said, I do believe the 70s is the golden era because nothing sounds alike.
No.
That's the thing for me. I really hate a lot of music today because you're like, okay, the DJ changed the song? Because I swear I didn't heard the same artist for the last 45 minutes. That to me, that's why when it comes to music and dance, to me, I need to be distinct.
Yeah.
I can't stand if stuff sounds all the same. It drives me crazy.
Well, I mean, it's again, I go back to my words comment, but it's storytelling, right? And
Yep.
so in the 70s, it was storytelling. They were telling stories. Whereas now, I don't know that that we're sharing I say this a lot about my generation, right? Sometimes I don't know that we realize that we're actually reaping the benefits of the work that has been done before us, right? And so I think that the common denominator with a lot of older music is that there was more pain in it. So as you continue on with these generations who are reaping the benefits of the past generation's pain, you're not necessarily getting music that has the same level of pain in it and
it's
depth
deep. There
and
you go.
weight. Right.
B.B. King, when B.B. King died, I interviewed Lionel
Which isn't a bad thing.
Right.
But I think that we connect
But
a
you
lot
got to feel that thing.
with music.
I mean, you got to feel it.
Right.
When B.B. King died, I interviewed Lionel Richie, and he said, Lionel, you can't write the blues from the back of a limousine. I was like, dang.
But it's true.
You got to feel it, right?
There's something about the different eras and what was happening outside,
Yep.
right?
There you go. The external.
It was music was a way of speaking when you couldn't speak,
Yep.
right? And so I think so many of our favorite songs
Yep.
were the artist not necessarily getting on a stage or
There you
getting
go.
on a talk show,
Or getting on social media.
or getting on social
or being
media,
on IG Live.
right? And being able to
It had
share
to
it.
come through the music.
But I think what ends up happening, though, unfortunately, is that older generations end up kind of looking at us as like these kids. But it's like this is what happens when you fight.
Well, actually, what I say to the older generation, I said if you did not play the music, that's why. But my nieces roll
Right.
with me. I would
Right.
say, headphones off.
You gotta, yeah.
My whole deal is you can't, like, because growing up, we couldn't be in our room
Right.
listening to our music while my daddy was listening to
His music.
No. Bring your ass in here.
Right.
So my appreciation of all of these music, you talk about B.B. King and the Crusaders with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh.
It's the orchestra song. And so because I play in the band,
Right.
because I played cornet, elementary school, bass, baritone, horn, that song is so amazing.
Right.
And it's just the timpanis, the strings. It's just this amazing song on this blues album, and it's actually my favorite song.
Right. Right.
Crusaders is great. Randy is great. B.B.
Right.
King is great, but that song is so amazing.
Again, common denominators, right? Live music. What are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing? What are the musicians doing? They're moving.
There you go.
What do you love to do? You love to move. What type of music do you connect with more? Music that moves you.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you think of symphonies, and when you think of live music, and when you think of music, again, from the 70s and from the 60s and anything before that, the common denominator was that there was live music.
And that all shit song is, I need that music to move
to move me, right? And so now I think what's happening is now there's a formula. There was no formula then, right? So people had to be okay with failing.
Yep.
And because they didn't want to fail,
Right.
everything was great,
Yep.
right? We now know that failing is not necessarily a bad thing because we have the luxury of failing and still being able to have a job.
Right.
Right. It wasn't the same back in the day. You couldn't fail and think that you were gonna be a superstar. So again, I think that also is changing how the music sounds.
And the competition too. Like I tell this all the time to artists, and I do it with comedians as well. I'm like, if you had to, now everything's about the verses, but I say before even verses, I would say when you had to battle or if you were on tour, who brought the best out in you? So you've been dancing, you've been modeling.
Yep.
Now you transition to being a superhero.
I am a superhero. Yeah.
From an artistic standpoint, who would you love to go against? Now, people take that and they think, I said, no, it's not, I want to destroy you, but who would you love to go against? Who would absolutely bring the best out of you, and it would force you to raise your game. So and to be able to say, no, I want to go against that person.
That's such a good. There's two people who pop in my mind immediately. One from the superhero realm, which would be Zoe Saldana.
Okay.
Because she's also a dancer.
All right.
And so one of the things I love about her work is that she is 100 at all times, right? When it comes to her fighting style. So I would love to, I'm on Titans as Blackfire. And so I'd love to suit up against Gamora. Also on a show called C with Jason Momoa. So I actually got to work with him, and that was energetically really fun because of how much energy he has.
Right.
So I think that the one that I haven't done yet would be Zoe Saldana. I had the opportunity of working with Jason. In terms of a modeling perspective, my girlfriend Joan Smalls, I will take you on any day. What's up, Joan? If you want to go, we could go. Joan, this is a challenge.
You like, let's go!
From a dance perspective, from a dance perspective.
Male or female?
I would have loved to be on a stage with Josephine Baker.
Ooh.
I would have loved to see what a back and forth
Right.
with a live band going would have
Right.
been like if
Right.
she went and then I went and then she went
Right.
and then I went. I tend to enjoy people who are free, who just go.
Right.
So those would be my tickers, my caliber.
How would you define sexy?
Water. How do I define sexy? Sexy to me is the exact same feeling as running water.
And that is?
Ever flowing. Water always finds a way to get through. And so when you know that you're sexy, there are no questions about it. It is an ever-flowing emotion. It is an ever-flowing feeling. When you question it, though, you stop the water.
See, I also think most people will define sexy physically.
Yes. No, that's not. That's, again, I the sound of water, excuse me. The sound of water. Sexy for me, I struggle with this a lot, mainly because I've been told what sexy should look like, what it should feel like. As a model who did Sports Illustrated, you're told that this is what sells sexy, but then you travel the world and what's sexy to one person is not sexy to another person. I'm more of a mindfuck kind of person. How can you stimulate the brain? To me, that's sexy.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's the thing is, the reason I ask the question is because you have folks, oh my God, models, supermodels, fascination.
Yes.
And I've met a lot of models. And I've met a lot of models that aren't sexy to me.
Yes.
Somebody's like, what are you talking about? But look at her, I'm like, but she's not. Because there are some who are, and it's the twinkle in the eye, it's the smile, or it's how they move, or it's how they think.
Right.
And that's the thing I think for a lot of people who, when they see when they see some folks together, they're trying to figure out how that happened.
Right.
Without realizing you don't understand energy and how folks connect.
Right. And I think it's a brilliant point in 2021 when we're being told what sexy is and how it looks. Again, for me, I love neuroplasticity, but at the same time, I get down to James Brown. I love my Enya, but at the same time, I love my jagged edge, right? So for me, where I've always struggled with sexy is not for myself, but other people trying to put me in a box.
There you go.
So they don't understand the girl who reads books about the brain and how to heal yourself and how to heal your body, but at the same time, it's gonna turn up. It's gonna be on her, Meg Thee Stallion. So I think that once sexy is surrender. You have to surrender to what you love, and you have to trust that what you love loves you back. So
I think it's also some call it arrogance, but it is also supreme confidence.
Confidence.
Don't you think it's time to get wealthy? I'm Deborah Owens, America's Wealth Coach, and my new show on the Black Star Network focuses on the things your financial advisor or bank isn't telling you. So watch Get Wealthy on the Black Star Network.
I was joking actually I wasn't joking. One of the reasons why I don't particularly like this whole skinny pants thing is because
Skinny jeans?
Pants, jeans, but also you know how they're doing the suits now.
Okay.
Is because I said no. I said your cuff has to hit the door before you do.
Oh God. See, I don't want it. I don't want it.
And when I told somebody that, they were like, Like what the? I was like, no. I said, and they were like, but I forced them to think about that. I said, no, that's a walk. I said that's a flow.
But that water. So for me, I when I wear pants, right? I like pants that hit the floor.
Okay.
So I'm the same, right? So you're rarely gonna see me in a pant that's too short. I don't really.
Oh no,
So I don't like that feeling.
Like I am very. I had an outfit made in Ghana, and I'm actually pissed off right now.
Okay.
The outfit made in Ghana, and it hit the top. Whoa. Oh, that's wide. The funkiest 48-second song ever. I put this sucker on loopers on the Gap Band live in Atlanta.
Child, talk about your shoe.
48 seconds, and it's crazy. And I thought I put this damn thing on Do Not Disturb, but somehow it still rang. All right, let me turn this off. Here's what happened. It hit the top of the shoe. It's perfect.
Okay.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Why did it shrink an inch? Dry cleaners. I'm pissed. You have no idea how that inch pisses me off when I wear them and they don't hit.
I get it.
It dries. I hate.
I'm 5'11".
I can't.
I understand.
We call that flooding growing up.
Listen.
You flooding.
My girlfriend.
I can't.
My girlfriend Sarah, this is her company, Tongoro. She makes everything extra, extra long. She makes everything to flow like water.
There you go.
And if it doesn't flow like water, chances are I'm probably not gonna enjoy wearing it because I enjoy the presence that comes with being tall. I really love being tall. I love when you can get into a room and people can feel you before you get there. So I like my clothes to also feel like that. So that if I'm not moving, I still look good.
Right.
It's water. When water is settled,
good.
Water can be the most terrifying thing in the world or the most calmest thing in the world, right? But it's still water. And I think that we keep trying to change ourselves to change form. When the reality is you're always going to be you, right? I call it the 3 levels.
Always.
I call it the 3 levels of truth, right? So you got the first level that it's water. And then that's the unchanging truth. And then you've got the second level, which is the changing truth, which is right now the water is still. In 5 minutes, the water is rough. Mm-hmm. Both are true, right? Just depends on the time, right? So that's the changing truth. And then there's the top of that, which is the belief that has somebody go, that's not water. It's ice. And you're like, no, it's water. And they're like, no, it's ice, right? But ice is water. So I think it's the same thing when it comes to style.
Yep.
There's going to be the you, your body, your who you are, that's unchanging, right? But then today you might enjoy a white suit. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow you might enjoy a green suit. Today you might say, I hate green suits. In 3 days you might say, you know what? I love green suits, right? That's a changing truth that when other people see you, they'll go, but 3 days ago you said...
Don't matter.
You don't like green suits.
I asked somebody to tell me, dude, I don't understand.
Right.
I'll see you in this African outfit. I'll see you in this tuxedo. I'll see you in linen. Mm-hmm. I was like, what's going on? I said, I said, first of all, I don't want you to always assume you know what I'm going to wear. I'm gonna hit you with something. It was like literally, like same thing for feather pocket squares.
Okay.
I always wore silk pocket squares.
Okay.
Then I was looking in GQ and they had this guy had gone to Japan, this shibori pocket square.
Yes.
That looks like a flower. I was like, yo, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And I said, the Museum of Modern Art was the only place where they sold it. Okay. They had 2, and they added 2, I bought all 4.
Okay.
So then I found this woman in California who made a different style of shibori pocket square. They look more like a seashell you put in your pocket. Or you could have it hanging out, and I would have it where it would sort of be hanging out. So it's sort of like an art piece. So I'm telling everybody I know who travels to Japan, I'm like, yo, if y'all see these pocket squares,
you gotta get it.
I'm at an event, this woman tells me, I got a friend who's an executive assistant in Japan. She says, I'll ask her. Okay, fine. A year later, she goes, what happened? I said, what do you mean? She said, oh, my executive assistant emailed you. She found pocket squares. I was like, what are you talking about? She said, no, read the email. So she sends me an email, she tells me, she says, I found the company, they have 47. She says, how many you want? I said, 47. I said, I'm sorry. What? They have 47 different colors. Rolling one's all 47. And in fact, I reached out to them, I said, hey, are y'all selling this in the U.S.? And they said, we're about to sign an exclusive deal. Okay. You can acquire 900 right now to sell. And I said, give me 900. I literally bought I bought 900.
It's like Prince in his shoes.
And
It's like Prince in his shoes.
I bought 900, and I sold them on my website.
Yeah.
So Steve Harvey and I going back and forth on Pocket Squares.
Okay.
So we go to Essence, and I go, I'm at an event, St. Jude, and this dude has this, he has this, it was on a stick like this.
Okay.
And it was green and yellow and purple.
Okay.
And I'll go, it's in the pocket, and I go, where'd you get that? He said, oh, they sell, because it was a Mardi Gras thing. And I was like, and now my mind is going, I said, shit, my sister can make those.
Oh, good.
My sister's a designer, she's an artist, she's a designer.
Okay.
And I went,
She made that.
yeah, and I'm sitting there going, I could pimp the shit out of that feather pocket square. So I hit her up, I was like, yo, I need you to make me a sample of 10 feather pocket squares.
Okay.
I said, different ones. So she sends them back to me. Some are too long, they're too big. Others, I like change this, shorten the stick. I said, come back. She sends me about 30, all different feathers. And so I'm getting dressed for Essence.
Okay.
And I've got all my linens thing laid out, and I take a pic, and I've got the shoes out, the socks out, the ascots out, everything out. And I said, Steve Harvey, I got something for your ass. So get to New Orleans. And I'm to the morning show. I'm talking about, and people are like, what the hell's going on? I said, I'm about to hit your ass with something you have never seen.
When there's a clap, it is severe.
Yes. And so when he was like, he thought I just stuffed some feathers in. I was like, oh, hell no. He's like, your ass actually come here with them feather damn. He said, that's some next day shit. He said, I could give it to you. And what happened was, I go to the White House.
Okay.
White House Christmas party. Got to ask. Obama's like, really? Now, you already got the ascot, but the feathers. Now, while he's talking, while he's sitting here trying to cap on me, Michelle over here going, wow. And I said, see, I don't dress for you. This. He was over here, I said, this is why I'm rocking the feather pocket square.
Well, then I appreciate your feather pocket squares
So,
today.
yeah, because I had linen on, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I had linen shirts and pants. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the jacket on.
I appreciate it.
Rock the feather
I
pocket square
appreciate
for
it.
the
It's doing the
I
job.
said, I'm gonna go ahead and do
It's
that.
doing the job.
Because and dudes, I was like, man, that bullshit. I ain't wearing no feather. I was like, I don't dress for you.
I appreciate it. Also, I've had a thing all year with swans, so I'm with the birds.
Last question for you.
Okay.
What do you want to do that you haven't done?
There's talking. I can hear it. What do I want to do that I haven't done in terms of life or career? Anything.
Anything. It could be career, it could be anything.
What do I want to do
I mean, you've danced. You've danced in front of thousands.
that I haven't done?
Do you sing?
I do.
Okay. Have you?
No one knows this.
No one know?
Now they do.
Like you can really sing?
I sing.
Show me something.
No, we're good.
Come on.
This is not an audition.
It's not an audition.
No.
Show me something.
I've kept it to myself for a
Show
reason.
a little something. Do a brother Flash. Little something. What? Are you going to do something with it? Are you
Maybe. I don't know. But that's up to me. Peer pressure. Not my thing.
Oh, I don't succumb either.
Exactly.
But you're the one who said you can actually sing.
I can sing.
And okay. So where? Okay. Have you done on the stage? Where have you sung? Or do you only sing in the shower?
I grew up singing, and then I changed to dance.
So why not use all your gifts?
I will.
What you waiting
With
for?
time. I'm not waiting for anything.
Why are you holding back?
It's not holding back. It's literally doing things on my own time.
Yes, you're doing things on your own time.
Yes. So.
You scared?
No, God, no.
You sure?
Positive. Why would I be scared?
Well, earlier you talked about being unsure.
Yeah, but I think that again, in today's society, we're giving everything away too fast. We've killed allure. We know what everyone can do. We know what they eat. We know what time they wake up. We know how they dress. We know why they dress that way. We know how they do their hair. We know all the products for their hair. We know all the products for their makeup. The reason we used to have legends is because we had mystery around them. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I have a lot of amazing things that I do. I'm a professional candle maker as well. I own a candle company.
Really?
I am. I own a candle company. I know how to make those candles. I do a lot of things that people don't know that I know how to do, but one, it allows me to use them for my job, for acting, right? Everybody who's watching the show, I trained in capoeira all years, right? So they get to enjoy that. But I enjoy the element of surprise when it comes to people. I also went to LaGuardia High School, right? So like I grew up with people who could sing, right? So I'm not gonna, do a disservice to
So say you can sing
the art.
but you can't sing.
I can't sing. I mean, I can sing. It doesn't mean it's gonna be, oh shit. It's a subjective matter, right? When somebody says you can't dance, right? You can dance. It just might not look like Misty Copeland, but you can dance.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not a fear. It's not a worry. I would love to be in Chicago on Broadway. That's something that I've never said, but I would absolutely adore to be Velma in Chicago on Broadway. And something I haven't done yet in terms of, I've done the TV show. I'd love to be a superhero in a movie. That's a thing. But something even more fascinating. This is brilliant. My cousin is a pilot and in the Arctic. He goes to the Arctic often. He's got locks down to here. And I love him very much. And sometimes when he's in the air, while he's flying, the Northern Lights will come while he's up in the air. Caucasian kid named Addison. And I'd love to experience what that's like to go to the middle of nowhere, take off in an airplane, and the Northern Lights come while I'm in the airplane. Because I really enjoy things that I can't control. That's where I find the fabric of life to be, the things that you can't control. And in a day and age where we want to control everything, we need those moments of aha, of magic, of beauty. So there's a bunch of things that I probably want to do in the entertainment industry that I probably have some control over as long as I train and do what I got to do. But the thing about the natural world that's so fascinating to me is you have to release expectation to enjoy it. And so if I go up in the plane thinking that the Northern Lights are going to come and then they don't, now I'm disappointed.
Right. Versus enjoying whatever the ride was.
Whatever the ride is. So in terms of anything that I haven't necessarily done yet, it would probably be something in nature. But that's something that I really know that once it happens, it will be magical. But there's so many lessons in the unexpected, right? I didn't know you were going to be dancing when I pulled up. And if I got mad at the door because you were wasting my time or something like that, right? It's an expectation that when I knock on the door, somebody's going to answer.
Right.
But if you release that expectation, now I can have fun. Now I'm outside laughing and now I'm having a good time. Exactly. So something that I haven't done yet, I think there's so many things that I haven't done, but there's also so many things that I haven't thought about that I haven't done that I want to do. Those are the things that I want to do. The things I have no idea are coming.
Do you intimidate men?
Yes. Absolutely.
And why do you think they're intimidated?
Why do I think they're intimidated?
Size is probably one of them.
This is a question. This is a question. Not all men. I have heard that I'm very intimidating. I find that one of the most intimidating things that I get often is my generosity. Yeah, I don't really go by what society tells me I should be doing when it comes to relationships or love languages and all the other kind of stuff. And so when you live in a society where it is expectation-wise, especially so much that gets put on the men, I'm a very whimsical person and I enjoy reciprocity. I don't think that I'm supposed to just wait for the guy to do everything for me on their time, on their schedule. It doesn't mean I'm going to be proposing to anybody, but I find that the common denominator is it is very hard to believe that I am being truthful when I am generous, when there is no other motive involved except literally the act of generosity. In an age in society where we're skeptical about everything, why would she just be giving me a gift? I didn't do anything. Well, it's Tuesday. Just like you said, you wake up. Where's all your energy from? You wake up.
And you just decided on that day, I want to give you a gift.
And this is what I do. So I find that, you know, it's sad.
Like, why is she giving me this candle?
Right.
I felt like it.
Right. Why? And for me, it's making. I make candles for people.
Right.
So it's.
That's what I'm saying. But it just,
right.
I decided to give you this.
So I've kind of chucked the idea of you must earn to deserve. And I do think that that's something that's a really big fabric of our community and of our culture in America. That's something that I just have completely detached from. You should be able to receive flowers just because it's Tuesday.
Oh my God. You have no idea. You have no idea. First of all, like, I have for years, I've written on this, I've talked about it. I despise Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And here's why. I tell people, I said, how about if I send you flowers on March 14th?
Right.
Or October 14th?
That's how I am.
And folks go, I said, no, I said, it's what you actually do year round.
Yeah.
It's what you do if you decide to say, so versus, oh, hey, it's Valentine's, here's a spa gift card.
Yeah.
As opposed to you come home and candles are lit.
Yeah.
Candles by Damaris.
Gorudo.
Oh, that's the name?
Yeah.
Okay, spell it.
It means gold. It's just Gorudo.
All right, where can we get them?
They're all custom. So so if you said that you had a specific scent that you love and a color candle that you love, we'd go find the vase and we'd go create them, and they're all clean and they're all natural.
Oh.
But I taught myself how to make my favorite candles,
Guess
and then I share.
Guess you'll be getting a text.
I share.
So again, versus again, spa, you come home, candles,
right.
Kama Sutra oil, massage.
Right.
It's your point, gift, reciprocity.
Reciprocity. And I think, again, right, one of the things that I learned from nature, I love to study animals a lot. And the common denominator with most animals that I find is they don't let themselves be uncomfortable for long. They play, right? And they learn how to train they learn how to fight based off of playing, right? You learn about the people around you when you play. That's how you really learn about, that's where trust is built.
Right.
So for me, there's also a bit of trust in it that says, if you receive this gift from me, you're trusting me with your play, you're trusting me with that part of you, but I don't subscribe to, and my friends all know this about me, but I do not subscribe to what I'm supposed to be doing.
I absolutely understand that. Trust me. What were you doing? Because I feel like it.
I don't subscribe to what I'm supposed to be doing.
It.
I do poetry. I have a wellness website. I do a lot of different things, but I believe that you should try so many different things until you figure out what's the thing that you truly, truly love. But when it comes to other people, I believe that listening to other people is big. I'm not going to give somebody a candle if they don't like candles.
There you go.
I'm not going to give you flowers if you hate flowers.
And most people don't. They go, how'd you know that? Because you
told me.
You were talking.
Right.
Or you were talking and I heard you.
Right.
And I filed it away.
Right. And so that to me is one of the most beautiful parts of being alive, right? During COVID, we didn't really get the opportunity to do those things in person.
Yep.
So we figured out how to do them digitally, right? We adjusted to doing them digitally. But if you're attached to the in-person, one of my favorite quotes is, attachment is the root of all suffering. So when you detach from...
Which also means that you don't know how to be alone.
Right.
And also learning to enjoy yourself.
Right.
And your point about
and
nature
so,
and being.
Yes.
Versus, I've got to have people, I've got to be talking, I got to be doing something.
Right.
No, how about just be?
But you have to, I believe that, like, it's no one's fault. You have to have more examples of people who talk about this stuff, right? You have to have more conversations about the joys of being and the joys
you have to experience it. You gotta,
being by yourself,
right.
and Japanese onsens and taking baths alone, and I think that once we make feeling good a fun activity and not a chore, clean your room, eat your greens, right? Versus like this is what happens when your room is clean. This is what it feels like, right? Once the feeling is attached to it first, then we can get to the hard stuff. And that's how I feel when it comes to men, when it comes to dating, when it comes to friendships, relationships, anything in that particular realm. I recently talked to my trainer about this. There's an idea of abandonment that has to come with it, right? You got to surrender to the fact that maybe you absolutely love sushi and your partner doesn't like sushi, right?
And that's fine.
And that's fine, right? But there's a surrender that needs to happen. And I find that a lot of times what we do is we shame people. What?
And say, I'm good with it. You like that?
You've never
Cool.
had sushi?
It's like me and golf.
Right.
I love golf.
And that's great.
And let me be real clear, I'm playing golf.
Right.
When I go on vacation,
You're going to play golf.
I'm playing golf.
Right.
And if I don't,
Right.
I'm not going to be happy.
Right. So I find that intimidation comes with me based on your attachment, and there's nothing I can control with that, and there's nothing I can do about that. I take the flattery. Yes, I am 5'11". I'm a very tall woman, and I love my height. I'm probably going to be like 6'2" today in these heels. But you know, I have a quote that I say all the time that I started saying after Prince died, and I say, "No legend ever fit in."
This is the last question.
Okay.
And I was going to ask it earlier, but I'm glad I saved it.
Okay.
Perfect segue.
Okay.
See,
We're here.
connected. When I got the news that he had passed, when I think back to other musical icons that I grew up with, none actually affected me more than his passing. And it was like literally, not when I was in Jamaica and I heard that Michael Jackson passed, not when I was in Houston and I heard that Whitney Houston passed, but I was on Capitol Hill. I was going moderating the event.
Okay.
What do you think? Why do you think that's the case? What was so different and unique that? Because even I've even said now, I missed that cat. I missed that music. And maybe it was because we met, but we never got a chance to talk. Shelby J actually told me that he had my book, my faith-based book. She's like, no, Roland, you go to Paisley Park.
Yeah, he knew you was.
She's like, no. She said, he brought your book in. He's like, you need to read this. I was kind of like, are you serious? Why do you think he hit differently?
From personal experience, Prince allowed you to accept yourself. Prince did not apologize for who he was. Prince did not make himself a victim unless somebody was actually doing something to him. Slave on the face. But I say this often, you know, people ask me what my favorite Prince song is. Prince is an artist and a person that had many multitudes attached to him, right? And because of this, everybody attached to a different part of him. One of my girlfriends says, if you take a diamond and you take a picture of it from 6 different angles, you'll get 6 different diamonds. And that's Prince. And so this was a man who, if you liked playing the drums and you knew he played the drums, then you connected with him there. If you love singing, then you connected with him there. If you love fashion, then you connected with him there.
If you love dance.
If you love dance, then you connected with him there. If you love big bands, then you connected with him there.
If you loved business.
If you love business, then you connected with him there. If you loved insight and enlightenment. Activism. And there were so many different sides of him that he never apologized for, and you accepted all of those things at once. He wore heels, but he also wore bell bottoms. He wore flares, but he also wore leather jackets, right? Like, so he had an afro, but his hair was straight. Like, there were so many, he played, right? And I think that his play allowed other people to feel like they could play, especially during dark times, especially when they might not have felt that they could be free at home. There's a freeness that came when you put those headphones on. There was a freeness that came when, you know, one of the things I keep going back to, words. He was one of the few artists that I feel like the feeling of him transcended the world. It didn't matter if you knew the language, it didn't matter if you've ever been to Minnesota, it didn't matter if you've ever seen him in person. There was a calm and a security that Prince gave to you that said, it's okay to be different. Being different's what got me here. And in a world full of different people, I think the people who truly connected with him saw what hard work, what training, but what love did to a person. And I think we all connect on this love frequency, this love vibration. And so when he ascended and when he transitioned on, it was very different than somebody that you might have been attached to simply because you liked their song. Right. There was a love attachment to this man that was universal. And when the love attachment goes away, right, it's a very, very, very visceral and physical reaction. So for me, his presence is always going to be here. But he really allowed me to be free. As a model, I had a lot of boxes that I had to get in every single day, right? But then he'd go, okay, well, we're going to get a platform. We're going to put you on stage. You're going to study all of these James Brown videos. You're going to see what the dancers were doing. But if you saw Essence Fest, he really let me just go.
And you did.
He let me go.
I've got the video.
He let me be free. Sometimes it was whack and I never did it again. But he was the first person in my life, I would say. Prince loved the people who loved him unconditionally. Unconditional love is not something most of us know, unfortunately. You mess up and you get in trouble, or you stay in trouble, or it stays with you for the rest of your life, or that friend doesn't talk to you ever again. But there was such unconditional love in his music that you could play it over and over and over again and still feel like he loved you every single time, no matter when he met you. So I think it's also that void that so many of us had of unconditional love, that when we hear his music, we connected unconditionally. And once you're a Prince fan forever. So it also created this family of unconditional love that we made the color purple unconditional when it came to Prince, right? He created a fabric of life that was unconditional, that he wasn't attached to because he didn't know most of the people who were his fans. So I think that he gave us unconditional love, and then we were tasked with taking that and putting it back out into the world. And God, I've learned so much since he's transitioned on. I'm pretty sure if you can watch interviews from 5 years ago that are not the same. But it truly showed me that shoulds aren't for me, that I should do whatever I want, as long as there's gratitude, as long as there's kindness, as long as there's reciprocity, as long as it feels good, you should do it. So he is my friend for life. I wouldn't be sitting here probably if it wasn't for him. So I give him all the gratitude in the world. But that's my guy. That's it. That's all.
Damaris Lewis, good to chat.
Thank you very much. That was great. Yay!
How about sushi?
I just had sushi for lunch yesterday.
How about tacos?
Automatic emergency braking, one of 6 advanced safety features standard on every 2022 Chevy Equinox. Find new technology. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?